Hello and welcome to Lighthouse Tarot, where we embrace the light within ourselves and within others. I'm your host, of course, Willow, coming back at you with a new video. So today I'm doing a video on Scorpio Risings. Out of all the videos that I make on YouTube, Scorpio Rising always hits the number one because we love this sign. We love Scorpios because Scorpios are so intense, they're mysterious, they're alluring. We want to know more about them. So that's some information I'm going to provide for you today because I have this placement. I am a Scorpio rising. So the first thing that you'll notice about Scorpio risings that you'll encounter in the world is they have very intense eyes. They tend to have very prominent eyes and eyes that will have a striking gaze towards you. And not all Scorpio risings have brown eyes, but their eyes are more on the darker side. So if they're blue, they're going to be dark blue. If they're green, they're going to be dark green. Or if they have light blue eyes, they have a rim of black around those eyes, so it pulls you towards them. What are the planets that rule Scorpio rising? Well, Scorpio rising is ruled by Mars, which is the planet that rules Aries. That is the I am planet. This is the sign that is your driving force in the world, your career, ambition, and also your sex drive. And it's also very masculine. And Pluto. Pluto is one of the furthest planets from the sun. And from the Earth. So Pluto is very dark. It's small, but it can do a lot of damage. Pluto is known for changing the collective as a whole. So it changes your body as a whole, and it wants to do a lot of changing. It wants to transform. Scorpio rising Pluto rules transformation. It rules progressiveness. It rules everything taboo, everything swept under the rug. So being a Scorpio rising, you're a fixed sign, just like Leo and Taurus. So this could come off across as them being a little bit stubborn, what have you. But Scorpio risings, they are one of the most sensitive signs. They are empaths because they're a water sign. They're ruled by water. They can feel when something isn't right. They can feel intuitively when you're lying to them or when you're telling the truth. And they do have a tendency to be an empath, to pick up on emotions of people around those and absorb it if they're not careful. But let's see what type of Scorpio risings are famous right here. So we have Katy Perry, Vanessa Paradis, Diana Ross, Tom Cruise, Prince, Jessica Simpson, and Hillary Clinton all have Scorpio rising as their placements. You'll notice that Scorpio risings have a harder life than most people. They might have come from an abusive household. They might have came from childhood neglect or some type of emotional abuse that they had to get over. And Scorpio risings are constantly transforming. Their life is not the same it was one day ago or 1 week ago. Their life is not the same as it was a month ago, as it was 6 months ago, or even a year. They're constantly changing, and that's also their appearance is changing as well as their emotions, their inner world is changing. I have this placement and I have changed a lot. My hair is very short now, very, very short. If you see how short my hair is, it used to be extremely long, and I used to wear wigs too because I liked getting in my feminine energy. But lately I've been more in my masculine energy, which is wearing my hair short all around when I do day-to-day activities. That's because I really love showing this transformation, and I want my outsides to reach. I want my outsides to to show how my insides are looking. So that's how I go about my appearance. And I've found that a lot of other Scorpio risings will do this whenever they've changed or they've healed or they've transformed in some way. They'll go through a major appearance transformation. That can mean cutting all your hair off. That can mean just changing your style. That can mean going for a different aesthetic. Scorpio risings are one of my favorite signs because they're blunt, they're upfront. They tell it like it is and they don't hold back. They also are very observative because they're water sign. You'll notice that they'll kind of be in a group and they won't talk as much. They'll listen to a lot of people. They'll kind of be on the sidelines just observing what's happening in a party or a group of people. And that's because they're that water sign. They like to observe. They like to put up that protective force. Scorpio risings are one of the most hard rising signs to understand because they do put up a protective force around their aura, around their personality, around who they are, because because they crave safety, they crave their privacy, and they also feel very entitled to their privacy, and they like having the privacy of letting people in their inner world when they feel safe, when they feel comfortable. So if they don't feel safe or comfortable around you in the beginning, you're not gonna get that far with them. But as time goes further, if you open up to them and you share something very private, then honestly they'll share something private too, and then you guys may hit it off. So yeah, that's what I have on Scorpio Rising so far. I really love this sign. I, as a Scorpio Rising, have went through transformation. I lived in 2 different states last year. I had some trouble with my mental health, so I went to 3 different hospitals, but I'm out and I'm back and again, and I re-entered society better than ever. I learned how to get on medication. I learned, what really makes me happy, different coping mechanisms for when I feel triggered. And now I have a story to tell other people. Now I have a box to stand on for mental health, and I can really understand and really just sympathize with others who have mental illness issues or have anxiety or depression, because I've been there, because I went through it, because I was put away for a little bit of the time. And I also know what it's like to have my freedom taken away from me. So now I really crave that freedom. I really appreciate that freedom more. Me being here with you guys making this video is just wonderful, that I have the time to do that I have the free time to record what I want when I want and to say exactly what I want to say. So that's another thing I like about being a Scorpio rising, that once I go through this transformation, I appreciate what I didn't have before, these certain privileges I didn't have before that I have now. So thank you guys so much for watching this Scorpio Rising video. If you like Scorpio Rising videos and you want me to come out with a part 2, please let me know in the comments. As always, I'm open for birth chart readings. If you want your birth chart read to see the secrets of going on in your rising, your moon, your sun, I can get those for you. Or if you want to pick a card reading, I'm also doing those for 3333, and I'll tap into my intuition and give you the best reading possible. So I love you guys so much. I'll see you later. Goodbye.